Sure. Thanks. So recently, me and framed a small team of two people. So we're working on something called as Create Web Extension. So it's basically like a command line tool, same as Create React App. What Create React App does is generate a scaffold project for React. So similarly, we have created something called as Create WebEx that creates scaffolded project for web extensions. Based on your some choices, it generates the folder structure. So I'll quickly share my screen. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Unfriend. Sorry.
So this install as a global package, and obviously we can check the version. Then it asks few questions like name, description, you want to include background script or content script, browser action. And once all the questions are sorted, it just generate the folder structure with the required files. So yeah, that's a pretty small utility tool. So in addition to the command line tool, so we came up with the idea like, hey, why not make it a UI tool by for just the seasoned developers? So we got something called as webextensions.tech. We got a good domain name though, webextensions.tech. So what it does is takes few questions. Let's say my add-on, my description, version 1.1. Background script, similar questions, just on the UI level, and there you go. Your zip file is ready. So if we, I think my, okay, can you guys see my screen still?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's the zip file downloaded. So when I unzip it, this is the whole add-on thing. Here's our manifest with all the desired tags, and it's complete. So this lowers the entry barrier for the new developers. We have to explain the file name, the JSON structure. So it's already ready. Background script, content script, browser action, page action, options here. Because I selected everything, yes. If you don't select few options, those options will not be shown here. And accordingly, the folders have been created for browser action, options, page action, icons. Um, uh, Similarly, I can go for the command line tool. So this is created. So all I need to do is, let's say, documents. Let's mm, test add-on. Few options, and this is created. So we go and see documents. So here's the folder created, tested on, and again we have background script, icons, manifest JSON similarly. So yeah, that's pretty much what my tool does right now.
That is super cool.
Thank you.
That's very cool. And do you mind if I share this tool of yours with another team that is working on the
It's
add-on developer experience? And we are in the process of thinking how to integrate this kind of stuff in WebEx itself with a new command that maybe can retrieve optional scaffolding project from npm on the fly and run them. So it could be a good option to have one with a wizard.
that's what that was the initial idea. Like I wanted this to integrate in the WebEx tool. So probably Kumar wasn't that much free. So we decided to build it on our own, and then that's why we created the command line tool first, because that can be easily integrated with the WebEx tool.
Yeah, it's great. I will comment in the pull request. There is a pull request that starts the discussion about WebEx Create. And the idea is that we are going to have one very simple one without any question, and then download more templates from NPM on the fly. But we
Right.
are still discussing about the details, but this fits in it really well. So thank you.
Always welcome. So the code is completely public. This package is already published on npm. As you see, I installed from npm. I will share the GitHub resources for both of UI and the CLI tool. And any suggestion, any improvement are always welcome. You can create GitHub issues or just mail me on trishulgoel@gmail.com. So yeah, that's pretty much.
Super cool. So, Trishul, what's your plan for releasing this on the general world?
It's public URL. I was just waiting for show and tell, like I didn't use it, and probably in my tomorrow's talk I'll include this.
Okay.
So I have a really cool URL. I'm flaunting it right now. It's webextensions.tech. So in addition to webextensions.tech, I have webextensions.in, which redirect to the same. So yeah, you guys can just explore a bit around it. So just in case you find any glitch or something. It's just the developer coded, not tested by anyone. So obviously it can be a bit glitchy. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to get some folks testing this and
Right.
seeing how it goes. Yeah, 'cause it was funny. Like I was telling some folks that you were working on this, and they were like, "Oh, I was thinking that that would be a really helpful thing too." So I'm really excited to share this around.
So one of the major thing that drove me towards UI tool was like when we go to colleges, it's really hard for people to create the file. For example, they create manifest.json, and in Windows specifically, it creates manifest.json.txt, and they are not even aware of that, and that's a real pain. So why not give them the cooked thing?
Yeah, that's true. And during some hackathon with more people there, you follow any small mistake, like a comma there, one double quotes missing in another one. It's
Right.
kind of hard. Yeah.
Exactly.
In the websites, it would be probably useful to have a link to the issue tracker directly into the page, so that if something goes wrong while you are using the website, you
Hmm.
can just go to the issue tracker.
Yeah, probably I'll put it in the footer section. I have
Yeah, yeah,
some place for
that's
footer
fine.
section. Okay,
Yep,
okay,
that's fine.
that makes sense. Hmm. File, and I'll put it like file and issue tab. So yeah, and link it to the create new issue page. Yeah.
Super great. Just bookmark it. Next time I will use this.
Does anyone else have any questions for Trishul? Okay, super cool. Does anyone have anything else that they'd like to share? Luca, our WebExer, no
Uh,
exciting WebExy things?
there are some new stuff happening from the team that I was talking about. They are allowing comments in the manifest. The pull request is not measured yet, but it's going to happen today. And then we will probably work on the WebEx create common. So that's couldn't be better timing for this. Thank you, Trish.
Right.
Okay, cool. So I'm here to plug the extensions challenge. Trishul, now that you have built out your awesome tool, I hope that you will use it to make an extension and submit it to the challenge.
Uh,
Um,
probably we can publish this if you're fine with that, you can publish this link there to get started with, like this will be the most useful link there.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, we can do that. Um, so yeah, submissions are open until April 15th.
Hmm.
We'd love to see some awesome stuff. We'd especially love to see some awesome dynamic themes. So if you're talking to anyone in the community, let them know. And I'm also here to plug the community-owned Firefox extension ideas repo, which I'm pulling up here. So one thing we hear a lot is I have this great idea for an extension, but I don't know how to build it, and I don't know how to get this in front of developers. So what Trishul has and Vishwa and Santosh,
Santosh.
yeah, they've actually created a repository for add-ons ideas, and what they're doing is they're taking this repository to all of the hackathons that they run, and they're inviting developers who maybe show up to these and want to create an extension but who don't necessarily have an idea, and they're able to connect the two and say, oh, if you're interested in building an extension, why don't you take a look at this list of ideas and see if there's anything you'd like to build. So it's a really great thing. I actually submitted an idea yesterday, and a community member built it in 2 days, and that was really awesome. So just sharing the love. If you have any other ideas, please feel free to contribute, or feel free, if you're a developer, to take a look at this and say, you know what, I'm definitely going to build this. So I'm going to go find the link now and put that in. But yeah, it's an awesome resource. It's totally, it was thought of, it was created by the community, it's owned by the community, it's managed by the community, there's a tagging system, like, it's great.
So link is in the chat, so you can just see it.
Thank you. It's like trying to find my link and it was not coming up. Yeah. Anyone else have anything they'd like to share today?
I was half tempted to demo the current state of static themes, but I haven't prepared it in any way, so it might just go horribly wrong.
Do
Do
it.
it.
That sounds like the best kind of demo. Fire, things
Yeah,
exploding.
yeah. I also can't remember what patches have actually landed in the fork that I currently got running, so yeah, who knows what's going to go on. But yeah, I'll give it a try. Give me 1 second when I actually find the thing. Okay. So I need to share my screen. Can I do that? Okay, apparently I'm going to share the entire screen, so hopefully there's nothing
YOLO.
seriously offensive. Better close down everything quickly. Okay, can you see Firefox at least?
Perfectly.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. And I'm already logged in, so that's awesome. Okay, so static themes are a type of add-on. We don't differentiate them. We've not decided yet how the UI entry point is going to go. Maybe there'll be a separate link. Maybe we'll repurpose, submit a new theme to do it. We don't know yet, but at the moment it's hidden away in the add-on flow. So choose how to distribute the version as you would with an add-on on this site. You can either select a file if you've got a pre-built static theme. So I think I've got a demo, one of those I was playing with. This one. So it will validate it like would with an add-on. You press continue. Okay. So that's what happens when you do live demos. It goes horribly wrong.
Nice.
So yeah, I did warn that might happen. So what I'm just gonna try a different one and hope that was just that one. If you're watching the recording, we'll just cut that part out. Okay. Yay. Okay. So this is just a generic sample static theme that the WebEx developers made, I think, when they were developing the static theme on Firefox to support there. So just like an add-on, you fill in the summary, it pulls it from the manifest, select the category. These are theme categories. give it a license, blah, 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 blah. And you press submit. I'm just going to complain the slug is already used, so I'll give it an extra unique name. And when you submit it, it's generated a preview for you, which it shows there. And it goes into the review queue. You have to trust me, that's what the actual theme does look like in Firefox. Actually, no, you don't have to trust me. I will show you. I will temporarily install the theme and show you. Load temporary static
The
theme.
preview is super pretty. I like it.
Okay. So yeah, the theme looks like that. I want to resize the window a little bit because we generate the theme. The preview is pretty small, so it's close enough, you know, box in the right place, etc. Okay, so it goes into review queue because we're reviewing all the themes. We're not doing auto approval like with normal add-ons. And we do manage listing. At the moment, I've got it displaying at the top there. This patch is still under review, so we might decide we don't want it at the top of the page. But I kind of thought the users might want to see it as soon as they get into the default page, so it's there at the top. And the review tools. It's basically the add-on review tools, if you're familiar with those. If you have both missions, you'd actually see them both in the same tool. It's exactly the same tool. But if you're just a theme viewer, like most people would be, then you just see the static themes. And we'll find the most recent one because I've got superpowers, so I can review my own theme. And we've got the same preview at the top there. If you click on it, it'll show you, and you can also see the actual breakdown of the images that make it up. This theme is actually a theme, a background image, and then there's only one background image in this case, but you can have multiple layers of background image, and it will show them all on top of each other in this thing. So in theory, the review, if they wanted to, could kind of look through and make sure they were all okay, if the preview itself wasn't obvious. So it's just the usual approve. Actually, now I'm going to do reject because there's more stuff to reject. So it's the usual rejection reasons. So that cockroach is a Nazi, so we'll reject it for that.
Nice choice.
Yeah. Yeah, and it rejects it and it's done. I think that's about it for it. The new front end isn't implemented yet, and the old front end is kind of hacked together to make sure it works. So, yep, that's about it.
All right. I dig it. Thank you for adhering to our content, to Mozilla's acceptable use policy and our content review guidelines. I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, that's very exciting. Glad to see that that's coming in here. I wanted to check and see if Axel had joined the call in the last couple of minutes. Axel, are you here? Going once. All right, Axel had wanted to come in and showcase some Thunderbird add-ons, but it looks like he wasn't able to join the call, so maybe we'll be able to catch him next month and take a look at some cool things that you can do in Thunderbird. All right, so last call for shows and tells. All right, very good. Have an excellent Friday, everyone. We'll see you later. Catch you on the flip side. Bye.